Welcome back to CTV Morning Live. There are some of the trophies that have been won by Eatapedia. The gentlemen have been working hard all morning. We have pretty much checked out the bacon bombs and the chicken wings wrapped in bacon. It's been fantastic to see, but also these gentlemen have been working incredibly hard since around 4:30 this morning getting these ribs ready. And so we're going to look at this. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I know you were, and for cutting them all up.
No.
John, this is a remarkable amount of meat right now.
Yeah, this is nothing. We go through this every couple of weeks.
Nothing?
Well, that's a good thing I have hungry neighbors and people who like ribs, because as we lead up to the competition season, man, we cook a lot of barbecue. We do a lot. So every weekend, both Saturday and Sunday, usually Friday nights, we're practicing. So we're doing 4 major food groups during the competitions. You're doing brisket, doing pulled pork or shoulder, doing ribs, and doing chicken. So there's a lot of orchestration.
How often have you done it? Because I know as you're preparing for these competitions that you actually make something and then, go, you know what? It's not it.
Often.
Really?
Last week?
That as good as it is, or that the neighbors say this is fantastic, that you really feel, no, it's not a winner.
Last week.
Really?
Yep.
What can I ask what it was?
Yeah,
or what did you make?
It was ribs. It was ribs very well. I tried a different technique on the side ribs because I'm one of those guys who's constantly changing things, right? Like I'll get it working right, and the guys will say, "That's fantastic, Thompson. Go with that." And then I'll say, "Hey, you know what? I think we could do better."
Yeah.
And then out they go.
Perfection is all you're going for.
Just changing, and like we were saying earlier, right? We've always got to change. Judges learn your rubs, they learn your techniques, and you just always got to be moving.
All right, so how are we going to cook these, and what have you done since this morning?
So we've got a couple of different kinds of ribs here.
Okay. Whoa. What are the different types we've got?
So right here we have some back ribs and we have side ribs.
Okay.
So the side ribs or spare ribs are attached to the back rib. And they're really the most common kind of ribs that you're going to find in Canada.
Okay.
And so we're going to do side ribs today. A quick little prep of these side ribs. We have a little bit of extra meat on here. This is the brisket flap, because this comes right from the chest of the hog.
Okay.
So we're just trim that off because that's not going to give us much. And we'll trim off from our last bone here. We'll trim off a little bit of extra. That's great. While you're cooking, we sauce that up and put that on the grill, and when these are ready and you're getting ready to compete with them, we snack on that a little bit.
Ah, no wasting.
None.
All right.
None. So again, we have a little bit of extra fat here that we're going to cut off.
Now you've got you've got a great knife, which has got to be key for you.
Absolutely. And you're trimming this much meat, and you're getting in there in the brisket, and you're carving out fat, and you're carving out connective tissue. You've got to have a sharp knife, and we're constantly sharpening them.
So that's now a nice looking rack of ribs right there.
That is a nice looking rack of ribs. We need to take off the silver skin, or the membrane in the back, because if we don't take this little bit off here, what ends up happening is we end up with a protective barrier that kind of turns into jerky. Kind of turns into a little bit of leather.
I've had that.
Oh, okay.
I've had that on ribs before, and I've
Yep.
never liked it.
Yeah, you've always got to pull it off.
I never took
So-
it off before.
Yeah, you just use a butter
Would the
knife.
butcher be doing this for us, or who's doing?
They might
this?
if you have a nice butcher,
Right.
And you ask them to, they might. But typically,
I'm
not.
sorry that I'm asking.
Can
Is
someone do that for me?
Exactly.
I don't want to do that.
Right.
Well, I'm just wondering if we expect that it's being done when we're purchasing our ribs
No,
like
that's a
this,
good
or is it
question.
something that you need to do?
And
No,
you-
listen, the live audience is downstairs.
Yes.
And they're famished. Hello, audience. How are you? Are you hungry?
I
Yeah?
can hear them cheering
Do
for
you
that.
want some of this? Right? Okay.
You're
Here,
going down?
Just take one. Gentry's going to take them down.
Oh, thanks, Gentry.
Nice. Thanks, Gentry.
Not before one of these gets snatched up by me, though.
So you're throwing on a rub now?
So this is one of our rubs. This rub is also on our website. This is our pork rub, and we're going to rub both the top and bottom sides of the ribs. We're going to get that in there. You can, depending on the nature of your rub, you can rub it up the night before and let it sit, or you can do it the day of. It really depends on the salt content in your rub.
Okay.
The more salt you have in there, and you leave it overnight, it's going to draw a lot of the moisture out of your meat, and you don't want that.
Yeah.
So this has a good amount of salt. It's not crazy, but
And don't be afraid to put a lot on the
No.
outside, right? Because the inside, you want to make sure that flavor is permeating, I suppose.
exactly. Well, this is going to give you a nice crust.
Right.
It's going to give you a nice bark on the top, and we end up spending a little bit of time trying to pair up sauces with rubs. They actually have to go together.
Okay.
And it's not something that's initially obvious. A lot of people have a favorite rub and a favorite sauce, put them together, and it may not be what they're expecting.
Man, this is a science, eh? Like
It
this
It
is like
really is, but you think about it, right? If you're, these are the things that they've been going through, right?
Yeah.
This sauce with this rub and this, you know,
the good thing
seasoning
is.
with it, it all plays together.
The good thing is, even if you fail, it's usually still pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Okay, so these are the pieces of meat that have been sitting on here since 4:30, slow
Do you
cooking.
think next time we have, you know, our famous bring your own meat parties, we should invite these guys?
Yeah, I think
Yes.
so. Yeah, that'd be fun, right? You'd like that?
Would be in.
All right. That's a good deal.
All
Look at
right.
those.
So, you guys like ribs?
Yeah, I'm in
yeah.
love with ribs.
All right. Let's see what we got here.
So they've been on that long?
They've been on since, what time did they go on? 4:30? 4:30.
4:30.
5+ hours.
5 hours, yeah,
Okay.
for sides. And
There's a lot of meat on those bones. That's fantastic.
these are really nice.
And these are back or side?
These are sides.
Okay.
Okay.
And you can go either way?
Go either
Do
way.
you have a preference?
I like to compete with sides. I like to feed friends and family backs.
Because you get more meat on
Get a
them?
little bit more meat
Okay.
out of it, and the back rib, since it's closer to the spine, it's actually curved. You see how these bones are nice and straight?
Yes.
Right.
The back ribs are not like that. I mean, they're delicious, they're fantastic,
Yeah.
but for presentation and in competition, they actually rate you on the presentation. What your ribs or what your food looks like is actually worth a percentage of your overall score.
Ladies first?
Well, what I'm interested is he wasn't ready to hand this over to you yet because
He's-
he wanted
he's
more
saucing the
rub, he
side.
wanted more
A
sauce
little
in
bit
there.
on the inside.
Yeah.
Just top that off
Good
a little
call.
bit. And if we can,
Oh, a little slaw on the side.
my
little slot, and let's get those out.
Okay,
for
wait
you,
till you see
gentlemen.
what's inside still. There's still
What?
more to come
So, yeah,
out of
there's still a little bit
out of
more.
the trigger.
So,
What?
We got
thank
a boogie
you.
There's more.
on
And
this one,
a
but
small pair of tongs. Oh, these are already here. Fantastic. The little tongs are in there, the black ones.
very organized. I
Thank you.
like
Another pair of
that.
black
Good
tongs there for
teamwork
the
going
ribs.
on
it's-
here.
These guys are an
Thank you,
awesome
Mike.
team.
You guys are fantastic. I mean, yeah, we are a great team. We're good friends. We hang out all the time. We practice all of our recipes. We bounce our ideas off each other. They keep me, well, kind of sane, as close to sane as they can.
What do you got in there?
We have here
What are
some little cornbread muffins. And these are jalapeno
Barb.
cornbread muffins that I smoked. So these were actually cooked in the Traeger as
oh
well.
my goodness.
So we'll
Leanne,
put a couple of these on here.
after you, Leanne. Ladies first.
Where do you
Life
even
is good, eh,
start?
fellas?
I know where to start.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
I'll be willing to try.
Oh, go for it.
Oh, some health got on there. All right.
Oh, wow.
Some health.
That is fantastic. Now, people can actually check out your
my
recipes.
Lord.
You offer everything on your website. So
we
keep
do.
that in mind. Eatapedia.com.
Eatapedia.com.
It's
So-
like candy.
It really is.
I know.
So for people looking for more information or how to do things, get ideas, a great place to check out because that's for you. It's about the love of sharing and barbecue and everyone enjoying being out there and cooking.
That's right.
Thank you so much.
Thank
These
you.
are coming down. We're going to be
We
getting
gotta
them
feed
back
the crew. We
downstairs.
got to feed our crew today.
They haven't had a chance
They
to
haven't
have
had
any
a
of this
chance, so I
either.
think the ribs are.
Good reward for hard work.
Did Gentry come in with some stuff? for you?
Gentry should have gone down. Though she went down with the plate. All right, we are going to take a commercial break. We'll be back with more on 60 Morning Live.